Hello everybody and welcome back to the craft room with Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me again. I can't believe we're still making videos, but I have tons of ideas for cards, so I imagine I'll be making a few more and then some. As long as you don't get fed up with me, I'm happy to make them. And if there's anything anybody wants to know, like the lady that asked about the starting up and tools and things yesterday, just get in touch, please. Today I am going to make this little one. I'm just grabbing my inks there. Sorry, I should have been better prepared, but hey ho. This, I think, is a very pretty little card. I've made a few of these before. I have bought... Well, before, I made a few of them recently because I've only just bought the dies. They're a little willow pattern die from a company called Signature Dies, and they're designed by a lady called Joanna Sheen. Now, this one hasn't got a number on it, so I don't know which one this is, but to me it's a very traditional willow pattern, with the little people standing on the bridge and the little temples and the boat in the distance. Now, I don't use the boat on this card, as you can see, because I like to keep this. This is clean and simple. It was actually made for clean and simple cards for beginners, and it's a Saturday challenge. I've been in the clean and simple card group for a number of months. I would say maybe 9-10 months, but I didn't twig right away that they did a Saturday challenge, and I've only started doing it I would suggest maybe around about November time, but I love it. It's great fun. I don't always get the time to do it, but if I can, I do. And this week's Saturday challenge was your favorite color, so you had to make a card with your favorite color. Now, my interpretation of that was that it had to be one particular color, but they did clarify and say if you wanted to make it with more than one color, you had to stipulate what your favorite color was. But to me, it made more sense to try and go for the one color. And I thought, well, I'm going to be using white, and I love blue and white. I love willow patterns, spode, all of that sort of thing. So I thought, hey ho, why don't we go for the willow pattern with my newly acquired dies? Now, you're going to ask me where I got these from, and I hate to disappoint you, but I bought them from eBay. The amount of people that have asked me where can they get them in the groups, online and Facebook, etc., have all the number of people that asked where can I get this die, and I had to go back very disappointingly and say keep your eye on eBay. Now, I did look, and there is a set of them, or one of them, available on eBay in the States, in America. But I was really lucky, and I got 3. Look at this. 3. I haven't even this one opened yet. Look, I can't wait to use them. This is another traditional one with the birds, and this is the little temple with the tree and the little what do you call it, fence, I suppose. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I love them. So keep your eyes out. I looked online to see if you can still buy them from anywhere, but nothing came up. You know the way it normally throws it up in Google that you can get it from Amazon or certain companies, but nothing came up for them. Maybe I put it in wrong. I don't know. I must try again. Okay, so like I said, Saturday challenge. This week was one color. Last week it was hearts, and I made a couple of cards. Oh no, the strings come off my glue dot here. That's not good. This was one of them. This is the little chicken. It says, hey chick, let's fly. I meant it as a card. I didn't really mean it as a Valentine's card. I just meant it, you know, come on girls, let's go sort of thing. But somebody interpreted it that this was a little chap asking his girlfriend to come with him. But to me, it's a lady hen. I don't know what that says, but who cares? Hey ho, it's whatever floats your boat. But it's a cute little card, very, very simple. And this was the other one. This didn't really qualify as clean and simple to me, so I didn't post it. Again, it was hearts, but I don't think there was enough of the card left. And the first thing my husband said when he saw this card is, "Tanya, you've spelt birthday wrong." And then he twigged and he went, "Oh, it's a bird." Yeah, it is, sweetie. So there you go. Happy birthday. And that is a stamp from Gummy Pan. But I kind of liked it. I'm gonna have a play with her actually and make her more like a little French hen with a dip and things. And I just drew the little stitching on her. She was very, very simple and easy to make. If you do want to see how to make either of those cards, let me know and I'll do them. But let's get back to the one in hand and we'll have a go at this. You could use this technique for something else, you know, any die that you really want. You could use a flower and do it all in pinks, or you could, whatever floats your boat. But it's nice and simple, and I'm doing the blue and white for you today. It's also a good opportunity for me to show you how I got it's all the one colour. Distress oxide. I've used the one blue, but what I did do was lift a little bit of black soot and add it in to get the darker colour in places. And then I don't know if you can see it, there's a little sheen on it because I did put a paste on it. Now, where is that paste? Because I'm going to need that. There it is. It's Sizzix, whoops-a-daisy, Crystal Glaze. And it's just a way of giving your card a nice shiny finish where you need to. You just apply it. I have a little paintbrush, I think, here for applying it. Yep. Come out. That's it there. Big cheapy paintbrush for applying it. And then I just wash this out with soapy water and it works every time. So I'll show you how I did that in a mo. I've pre-cut my card bases. I'm using a small, I think, let me tell you the size of it because somebody said it would be more helpful. It's 135 by 135 mil, which for those of you that are still imperial is approximately just under. I don't know what that is. I'm a centimeter scale, but it's not quite 5.5. There you go. It's that, whatever that is. Can you see that? There. It's just more than 5.25. And under 5.5, whatever the fraction for that may be. I'm showing my absolute ignorance. I did not do well in fractions, I have to say. I need my granddaughter here for that. So I'm just going to set the little card to the side to remind me what I'm doing and straighten everything up. And let's go. Now, I have pre-cut my die to save time. I have to tell you, I ran this through in the Express about 10, 12 times and it wouldn't cut and it wouldn't cut. I tried it with my precision plate. It wouldn't cut. I tried it with a shim. It wouldn't cut. I ran it through in my Sizzix Big Shot with my basic standard platform and the usual sandwich, your adapter plate and your my very grubby bottom and top plate. Went through first time, cut first time. So definitely I am not getting on with my Big Shot Express at the moment. In fact, I am considering returning it. I'm certainly going to put in a comment or complaint about it and ask them, is it something I'm doing wrong or is it just... You know, another lady actually sent me an email, a really wordy email too, from all the way from Portugal. And I was thrilled to hear from her. And she was saying to me that her friend had had a similar experience. So that's rather interesting. I know many, many people out there love them and swear by them. But I have to say my experiences at the start were great. But I have used a metal shim in... the sandwich when I've had, because I had to, but other than that I didn't do anything I shouldn't have done. So it's very interesting. Right, let's get going. I'm going to paint this, so I want a good dollop of chipped sapphire distress oxide paint. That's what I'm using because they're my go-to paints. I have a little bit of water and I have my trusty paintbrush, and I have a little bit of cloth just to take off any excess water. Now I'm just running my pen. I've got a bit of a head cold and a temperature, so I have to say my brain, which can be foggy at the best of times, is not working terribly well today. It's a bit foggy, more so than usual. So what I'm doing, I've just put a little bit of water on that to make it more fluid. And what I'm doing, as you can see, I'm running this little dye through it, and that's just to get me a bit of blue and white on my little car. Very unsuccessfully. I'm going to have to get the fingers in here. Never mind. That's better. Oh, there's the colour all over me as well. There we go. Now, there's not an awful lot on that, but don't worry. I can give it a spritz to agitate it. And if I did spritz that, the colour would bloom and spread. But I don't want that. I absolutely don't want that. So what I'm doing is adding another little bit of water and putting it through again. Sorry, that's the hubby to tell me that one of the workmen that's working in our kitchen putting in new worktops. They were here all day yesterday and they're here again today, and they're going to be back on Friday and next week. So the place is an absolute shambles and we're all working around it. So either one of them or all of them are leaving now. Hallelujah. Okay, there we go. Now that's better. So I want more. Now I understand that you could be really particular. I actually did go and lift one of my Willow pattern teapots to have a little look. Now what I'm doing now is putting a little bit of black soot in there so that I can mix my colours. Just to give me a darker blue to take it where I want it. Do you see? And just add more colour in. That's better. There we go, much better. And I want this will be time consuming. I do apologise. I wonder, should I pause this and come back, or are you enjoying the process? It's hard really to know. But like I said, I got my teapot out and I have a number of Willow pattern bits and pieces here. My mother lives with me and she was a great collector. So a lot of her Willow pattern made it here from her home whenever she moved out and joined my husband and I. Now let me just see, I want a little bit. There are some marks on this die that you can follow if you so wish. I'm just doing my own thing. Why not? Now these people on the bridge, I want to give them a bit of light and shade. Let me see. There's quite a bit of colour on them, but I want to give them a little bit of detail because that's supposed to be a sleeve there. There would be a bit of shadow, and it just makes them look more interesting. There's a little fan, and I don't know what she's doing, but he or she, it could be a gent with a fan. They're at a bit of a rakish angle, I have to say, but not to worry. And then of course I have the little arches under the bridge, which would be in shadow. So I'm just, again, I'll add a little bit more black in there, I think, yeah, there we go, to just give that a bit more. And again, a little bit more there. I don't want too much. That's it. And then I'm going to do a line across the bridge and another one. Perfect. And then these little bits just need to be a bit more solid, and then a few lines there. Right, I'm going to put some more. It's getting a bit dull on me, so oops, sorry about that noise. A little bit more chip sapphire rather than black. That's it. Look at that. Perfect. And then this one goes the same way, and then a few lines across. There we go. And again, another little archway. And this, I find this actually very, very therapeutic and fun. I'm sure I'm boring you to tears. I hope I am not. But it is good fun. There we go. Give it a bit more there. It's looking, sorry, excuse me sniffing, I do beg your pardon. It's a wee bit patchy, I think there. I think I need a bit more, that's better. And again, across, I just, to me it looks too patchy. That's better. Now, let's get over here, and I did this quite liberally on the last one, so I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. Nobody's going to be looking at it that particularly, I don't think so. It's really just about getting the whole ethos and essence of your willow pattern. And there we go, nearly done. Again, what I love about this is when you're doing it, no two cards are ever going to be exactly the same. Right, that looks willow pattern-esque. It's maybe not as detailed as the first one that I did. Actually, I'm thinking, is it okay, do you think? I think I need a bit more. Oh, for goodness sake, I'll be here all day with you, won't I? I'm sure you're shouting at the camera, Tanya, just get on with it. Let's see. If you wanted to, you could probably do it a lot easier with an alcohol pen. Again, it's entirely up to you. Let me grab a bit of kitchen roll to clear up this paint, because I don't think I need it anymore. And again, so you see how your dioxide paints can be so versatile, and you can use them to darken or lighten. That's just two colours, and that's what I'm doing my card with. And basically that's the whole card, bar a bit of cardstock and a bit of crystal glaze. Sorry, excuse me while I blow my nose. So now, let's see. Yep, that's opening. I'm just going to give this a quick blast with the heat gun. So forgive me for the racket. I'll do it off camera, so it's not as noisy. Perfect. The distress oxidings do take a little bit longer to dry. Oh, please come off. This would not come off for me yesterday either. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. You do need to be careful with these. Clean round the edge really, really well. So that, and you do need a good dollop. Don't be afraid to get in there and give it a good dollop. And then just go over the whole thing. Oops-a-daisy, I don't want to destroy it. And give it a little coat with your glaze. You can get a cracked glaze, which I have, and it's terrific for giving it that sort of distressed look, but I don't want this looking like a cracked distressed plate. I have enough of those hanging up. There we go. There's a few of them have a few cracks through them. They wouldn't rate very highly on any antique roadshow, I have to say, in the future. There we go. I think that's enough. And I'm just going to set that aside to dry. Actually, I'll put it up there in the sunshine. It might help it a bit more. Let me wrap this up and organize and clean up, because I'll have to wash that up in soapy water. Now, if you get in there quickly enough, you see that your baby wipe will clean it up just fine. I use the cheapest biodegradable baby wipes that I can get my hands on. Over here, they come from Tesco's. That's where I get mine anyway. It's Fred and Flo's. But as long as they're biodegradable, I'm happy enough to use them. Right, I'm just very, very briefly going to clean this up round the lip as best I can, because I do not want it jamming. It was a devil's own to open yesterday. I couldn't even get the top to open. Right, set that out of the road. I think I've spilt a bit there. And I'm just gonna wrap the brush up in that so that it keeps it moist until I can get it cleaned. Now, there we go. Give that a little rub over, and let's get the card together while the distress glaze, not the distress, the glaze is drying. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting the blue down just to lift the back of the card. There we go. So I'm going to put it down at the bottom. And then this is my little frame that I have cut an aperture out of, and it's going to go down. My hand's clean enough. It's going to go down on top of that on a little bit of foam tape just to lift it. And then I've missed a bit. I need a bit of white. Duh. Bear with me until I get a bit of white that's big enough to fit in. I didn't have that pre-organised, did I? Let's see what size I need. That's too big. Is there a wee bit too small? Right, I'm going to cut this for expediency's sake. Okay, bear with me a second. Just give this a quick trim with the long blade scissors. Okay, there we go. And I just need to take a tiny bit off that edge as well. There we go. Now that's better. As well I did that, because I probably today would have made that mistake. I'm that dozy. Okay, there we go. That'll go on like that. This will sit up like this, and we'll have our little willow pattern in the back, and it's as simple as that. Isn't that fantastic? And like I said, you could use your markers, your alcohol markers, or whatever it is you use. You're only working with a dark and a light blue to get that effect. But I felt that Chip Sapphire was very close to the willow pattern, certainly, that I have here. And I liked it a lot. Right, so I'm going to stick these down. Let me see, there's the glues I need. Let's get this down straight. And then all I have to do is so I'm using my Tombow Tombow glue to get started and get my dark blue straight onto my card base, or my card, I should say. There we go. That's perfect. Great job. And then I need to put this onto foam tape, so I'll go ahead and do that as well while the glaze is drying. I actually don't know. Oh, that's not. I wonder, is that okay? Yeah, it should be. I don't actually know. We'll just see if it tells me how long it takes for that to dry. Replace lid tightly. There's a little, do you see there's a little sparkle in that? I've only just twigged. Do not ingest. Oh, I don't see how long it did. I don't see it anyway. It's probably staring me in the face, but I don't see it. Right, there we go. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there are a whole lot fussier about the way they cut their foam tape. I have to be honest, I'm not. As long as I get it down there and about, it's good enough for me. And it doesn't go one bit over the top of the other or anything. It should be fine. Now, I want to be a bit more frugal with this bit. There we go, because I don't need as much. It's already lifted, so all I'm doing is making sure that see. Oops, that was clever, wasn't it? It's me being frugal and overshooting the mark. Oops, forgive me, I've just cut that a wee bit too long. There we go. Perfect, that'll do, and that little bit will do for the next time. All right, get that out of the road. Now, I'm not ready for, oops, Daisy, I'm not ready for this yet, so we'll just leave that to the side for the second, but I am prepared for the Girl Guide, and let's see. Oh, that's dry. Perfect. Now, I'm not going to mount this or put this down just yet till I see where I want it. So I want it slightly over to the side. You see the way we have a very straight edge here on this? Well, I don't want that. And I want it that I'm losing a little bit of the detail on the bottom. Really, for me, the focal point is the bridge and the tree. Now, is that it? Yes, I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, because I'm happy with it, is I'm just going to mark an edge, which you won't see really on, oh, it is still a little bit tacky. Do be careful, please. It is still a little bit tacky. Now I'm using my Novo Deluxe Precision in the bigger spots. There we go. Just like that, and then that gives me my there's my little bridge, my little people. They're so cute, aren't they? Lovely, lovely detail in this little die. Now, what I'm going to go and do now, let me just, is use a little bit of my pen in those trickier places. This is a Zig two-way pen. You can barely read that on it because it has been used that much, but just those little edges where I don't want the glue to smudge all over the paper, I'm going over this. There we go. There's another little bit there and there. I think that's enough. Right. Where did I put my tweezers? Where did I put them? This disappeared. Right, we'll do without them then. Now what I'm going to do very briefly is just make sure by running my card or my die cut over a little bit of waste card, that's the one I had my glue dots on. I'm just trying to make sure that it's not going to smudge when I put it down. Now I'm just going to get this piece straight and right. I think that's us. There we go. Over you go, you little rascal, you. Isn't that so pretty? You know, and the glaze has actually highlighted that blue and brought it up really, really fresh. I need, where is she? A little brush. There's a little hair caught in here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. Oh, that's so cute. Now, that's going to go down whenever I want to make sure. Actually, I'm not worried about that yet. What's that I've got on the frame? Please don't be ink. Let's see. There we go. Come on, off you come. Actually, that's not coming off. I probably am going to have to cut another one. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work either. Give me a second and we'll try a baby white very gently. It's probably a bit of blue ink. Let's see. No, that's not coming off either. Oh, it's not too bad, but I wouldn't use that. So I'm going to leave it and cut another one. But what I would do is put this on first just to make sure. Obviously I'd take these off. I would put on my Prit or any stick glue over these to make sure they don't grip before I've had a chance to precisely. Now I need to cut a bit off there as well. It's too far over. There we go. I'll position that like that, and then I will pop that on there like that. But I'm going to have to cut another piece, and I'll not keep you waiting while I do that. But there you go. There is your whoopsie daisy. That's not too tidy, is it? There we go. Sorry about that. There's a hair. Gosh, I'm having a day of it today. Yeah, that's the way I want it. I want a little tree and the bridge in the frame. That's exactly the way I'll mount that. Preferably with a clean piece of card, but that's it. And there's the original. Tanya. There we go. Beautiful. Isn't it so sweet? So, very, very simple card to make. And again, you could use whatever you wanted in here. You could still use the blue and white theme, but you could put a flower or butterfly or, you know, whatever floats your boat in the centre. It's really quite a versatile little card to make. But I liked it, and I did like the blue and white. I thought it was so pretty and so fresh. I'll use the completed one and pretend it's one I did earlier. Well, it is one I did earlier. But I'll pretend it's the finished article. Okay, there we go. A few fiascos along the way, but hey ho, isn't that life? Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all your wonderful comments on the cards. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and please keep watching. While you keep watching, I'll keep making. Thank you. Please give me the thumbs up when you've watched this if you've liked it, and if you haven't already subscribed, if I could ask you to please do so, it would be greatly appreciated. There will be more cards throughout the week, and hopefully I'm not boring you all to tears. And again, if you want me to show you how I made one of the little chicken ones, let me know in the messages, and if I get enough people asking, we'll have a go at making that for you as well. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. Bye-bye now.